Now, scores of ANC members and supporters have already arrived at Mbombela Stadium in Mpumalanga for the party's 112th anniversary celebrations. President Cyril Ramaphosa will deliver the annual January 8th statement later today. Let's touch base now with our reporters Mweli, Masilela, as well as Juniour Khumalo. They've been engaging with some of the supporters. And Mweli, very good morning to you once again. You've been interacting with supporters, really a diverse crowd, young, old, a good mix, who have high expectations ahead of this delivery.
Yes, indeed, most of the supporters and ANC members are ready to celebrate today. But of course, some of those we spoke to early in the morning, they raised quite a number of issues that they expect the president of the African National President, of the African National Congress, Cyril Ramaphosa, to speak to, especially the issue of unemployment. They're saying that there's a lot of young people who have graduated and they are still looking for jobs, but also load shedding coming up again. Not only from young people, but also elderly people who are also complaining about that issue. So let's just speak to some of the people who have arrived here. If we can just have your name and surname, and also where are you coming from, your expectations in as far as the speech of the president is concerned today.
Yeah, the name is Mpumalanga, coming from Ekurhuleni. A member in good standing of the African National Congress. Look, we're expecting the leadership of the ANC. Remember, when the president pronounces, it's a collective view of the NEC. We're expecting them to give us proper direction, give us direction in terms of how to tackle unemployment, load shedding, in particular focus their energy in terms of the youth voters. In terms of the youth voters, it's very important. That's where we are.
And then looking into the 112 years of the existence of your political party, would you say that the party has delivered as per the expectations of the masses on the ground?
Look, we have delivered what we're able to deliver. We have our shortcomings. We do acknowledge our shortcomings. I think we're the only political party that acknowledges its shortcoming. We say to our people, we have wronged here. So we do acknowledge our shortcomings as a political party. That's why we gain our strength, because we're able to communicate with our people to say, where are we not focusing, where's the grey area.
All right, thank you very much for talking to us, my brother. Let's just bring in another member of the ANC and supporter. If you can just give us your name and surname and your expectations from the ANC leadership as you attend this birthday celebration.
Leader, you are speaking to Simon Mamadi from 120 Makastra Poto branch in Lenasia South. We are here to celebrate 112 for our ANC celebration, whereby we'll be expecting our president, Cyril Ramaphosa, to give expectation of what we are expecting in the sharping way of the coming election, to make sure that we become victory in terms of what our people, what they like in terms of our party.
The main things that you expect the president to touch on?
Obviously, the focus about the president is now, the focus will be about the coming elections, whereby he will be addressing a lot of things to make sure that he convince all the members for African National Congress to make sure that they vote the ballot papers, so that they must vote for African Congress in terms of accumulating whatever the process that they've started already, making sure that everything that we've started, they make sure that we achieve them. I'm expecting him to do today.
All right, thank you very much for talking to us. So those are some of the voices on the ground at this present moment. We are expecting that at around 11, at least almost all the people who are coming to the stadium will be settled for the proceedings to get underway.
Well, Mweli, Masilela speaking to those gathered ahead of this celebration. Now, the official celebration of the ANC also will be getting underway, known as the January 8th statement. It will take place today at Mbombela Stadium in Mpumalanga. Despite serious challenges facing the party, ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa says those who think the ruling party will be ousted from power are merely dreaming. On Thursday night, a high-level ANC official meeting was held to discuss former President Jacob Zuma's fate. To unpack the challenges faced by the party ahead of today's proceedings, I'm now joined by political analyst Thuleho Matebesi, who is going to be expanding on this even further. But before we get there, let's speak to Junior Khumalo. Junior, you are out there at the Mbombela Stadium. Of course, just looking at the number of seats there, the ANC will need to ensure that it is fully packed, as it's a party fighting for its survival.
Indeed, Mpo, the gates were open at 5 a.m. here at the Mbombela Stadium, and the expectation was by 11 o'clock the stadium would be fully packed. But I'll just ask my colleague Maxwell just to show you the number of people that have actually gotten into the stadium right now. It's still fairly empty in the stadium as we speak right now. There's been a few challenges when it comes to accessing the stadium. There's a lot of roadblocks. Some of the taxis that are ferrying these individuals to the stadium have been denied access, and they are supposed to park a bit further from the stadium. So that is what is causing a challenge. As you can tell, there's very few people that have made their way into the stadium right now. I can't even say it's a quarter full. I think we're still relatively very low in terms of attendance, but a lot of these ANC supporters are gathered outside and still making their way into the stadium right now, Mpo. We expect that this address and the official program of the ANC is going to get underway at 11 o'clock if there are no challenges when it comes to people coming into the stadium, Mpo.
You speak, Junior. Of course, looking at the weather conditions, it looks a little bit overcast. What sort of contingency measures will be in place should it start raining as this celebration is set to get underway?
The stadium is a bit covered. It's under a lot of covering. Most of the areas in the stadium where the stands are and where people are going to be sitting has some covering. So it shouldn't be too much of a problem if it does start raining. It's only going to be a problem for those that are going to be inside the pitch, on the main pitch, because they're going to allow quite a few people to also come into the pitch. It's a 43,000-seater stadium, but when we're speaking to the first deputy secretary of the ANC, yesterday, she had indicated that they expect about 45,000 people inside and some of them outside in the overflow area. So it shouldn't be a problem when it comes to the weather itself. The only challenge right now is allowing these individuals to get into the stadium. That's where the police seem to be having a lot of challenges, and there hasn't been quite a good communication between the ANC itself as well as the SAPS officials, Mpo.
Okay, very well. Junior Khumalo giving us a sense of what's happening there at the stadium in Mbombela and in Mpumalanga ahead of the official celebration of the ANC's 112th anniversary, the January 8th statement taking place today.